Bonded J in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start this video off with a little story or some shit like that, just to paint the initial picture. So boom, say you watching March Madness or something. Team A is down 10 points. It's 5 minutes left in the game. They call a timeout. They come out of that timeout playing full court press. They pressuring on defense. On the offensive end, they just doing the right thing, making the right reads. They crashing the boards, all type of shit. And they end up cutting that gap down of the lead. You know what I'm saying? They come back, possibly win the game, possibly don't. But point is, they saw instant positive results due to the effort and putting their best foot forward. And every time I see this, I usually always end up wondering, like, before that, through the entirety of the game, were they just on cruise control? Were they comfortable? Like, what was the case? But in relation to life, a lot of people are going through life with that same type of lackluster effort, kind of cruising through life, playing too comfortable, when in reality, a lot of people would see kind of instant results with putting their best foot forward, putting more effort, being consistent, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is really like a call to action for people to take life as if you were down 10 with 5 minutes left in the game, essentially. Because whether you realize it or not, the consequence of kind of casually going through life, kind of cruising through it, is that although you may be comfortable here and there, you're gonna look back later on when you're 45, when it's kind of all said and done, realize you never got that Hellcat, you never got that mansion, you never traveled the world, you never did this, you never did that. And it's like, damn, where did I go wrong? But the wrong was on those daily decisions every day that you chose not to take initiative, not to do what you inherently know as right, not to take that leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Choosing to be comfortable. And oftentimes people come to that realization, just like the example that I gave, when it's kind of either too late or just in a very unfortunate circumstance where now they're being very reactive instead of kind of proactive to a situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like this kind of helps me make sense of this concept, is just because a train isn't on the way doesn't mean that you should sit on the train tracks. You know what I'm saying? You should. It's like people are starting to forget that there are real life consequences for shit, that some things are that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like that not everything is a joke. Not everything is to be taken so lightly. Like there are things that are meant to be taken as if your fucking life depends on it, because it does. And if you refuse to take shit as serious, your life / aspects of almost your soul will be manipulated or used against you by someone that cares way more than you. And if that happens, you know what I'm saying, it's almost like living in a hell for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just to give some more, I guess, little examples, so hopefully this hits all the way home for people. I guess I got two examples. One, these both gonna relate to the military. I'm in the military right now. And there's a lot of people in the military that want to end up going to Special Forces or Ranger Regiment or Delta Force or X, Y, and Z. And the majority of these people that say or claim to have these aspirations, they don't end up making it. And I can usually spot the people that aren't going to make it, like, relatively quickly. Reason being is you can see the level of aggression versus the people that make it versus the people that don't. People that don't make it are often talking about things that they're planning to do or they were looking into, those looking into type of people. Versus the people that end up making it that I've seen in my experience, if I end up talking to them about anything of that essence, they're telling me things that they have already done. It may have been that workout, that day, they've woken up 2 hours before everybody else. They did this workout, they did PT with the rest of the platoon, and then after that, they did some extra, like, it's crazy, the level of aggression. They are quick, way more aggressive to sign the paperwork they need to do to get to wherever. They have plans that solidified, timelines, deadlines, all type of shit. That level of aggression is critical for success. And oftentimes I see people that come in the military that claim to have these aspirations, They end up taking their sweet time. They end up, you know, maybe drinking and partying or whatever the case may be. 3-4 years goes by. It's about time for their contract to be up. They thought they was gonna get out of the military by now and go back to living a normal, regular life. But they never planned. They never put themselves in a position where they were happy, that's sustainable over the rest of their lives, because this is literally your life. They were bullshitting too much. And now you're looking at them, you know what I'm saying? They always have this tired look on their face. They're like super unfortunately about to re-sign for another 4 years. And now this has become like their prison. Their biggest comfort, the military, which was getting them to all these parties and drinking, is almost now their biggest enemy, because now they feel so stuck because they refuse to take life as serious. You refuse to take your life as serious, and your soul, well, fuck, scratch that. You refuse to take life as serious, then your life will be kind of taken control by someone that does take it as serious. You know, this is like a battle for your soul almost, not to make it, actually to make it that deep. Yeah, that's really all I got. I'm trying to keep this kind of focused on this one topic and before I start branching out to some other different shit. And I'm really, you know what I'm saying, making an hour-long video, but that's about it for now. I'm gonna fuck with y'all, boys.